How's it going, everybody? Just thought I'd do a little video here, give everybody an update what's going on. The weather has really been driving me nuts this year. I must say I'm fairly well defeated. We generally in this area, we're tapping first or second week of March at the latest, and at that point in March this year it was still bloody cold, too cold to tap, and then it started to warm up a bit, and then it got cold, and we've had snow and rain and freezing rain and everything else, and then last week the sap finally started to run. It wasn't too bad. Still had our cool nights and warm days and a little bit of sun, and then we've gone downhill again. It's Wednesday right now. Yesterday we got 26.5 millimeters of rain, and the bush is an absolute swamp. Just to give everybody some perspective, this is the road coming up from the farm site to the sugar bush, and because of all this wonderful rain, we are dealing with an absolute swamp mess, disgustingness, and hopefully we can get through the next 2 weekends. Tomorrow is forecasting another 2 inches of rain, and sap hasn't been running, and the forecast is all warm. We don't have cold nights and the weather we need for sap to run, so I'm afraid the season's going to be over before it really started. So anyway, I'm up at the camp right now. We did collect Monday night. Before the rain, got a little bit of sap, and then trying to get it processed here today because it's going to spoil really quickly, so trying to do that. See the steam rolling there. Not only has the weather been defeating me, but other things. It's just been, everything seems to be a battle lately. We had a guy hired to drive our tractor and wagon for the whole sugar bush season to bring people up to the sugar bush, and he kind of bailed on us, so that's unfortunate. Trying to find somebody else to fill in for him. And then on top of that, last Sunday I was running the tractor for a bit and noticed that I was having problems with my the four-wheel drive in the tractor. It was making a clunking noise and just not good at all. So yeah, and it was 10:30 at this point in the morning, and there was easily 200 people in the lineup trying to get on the wagon ride, so that made it even worse. For the sake of my tractor, I wanted to just pull the pin on the wagon and leave it there, but I managed to limp it through. I called my good friend Matt, who has bailed me out so many times this sugar bush it's not even funny, and he hopped in his tractor and came down and pulled the wagon for the rest of the day, and we managed to get finished up. I've been working with the tractor over the last couple of days trying to figure out what's going on with it, so we'll see what happens for this weekend, and trying to find another driver, and just one thing after the next. And then after all that, yesterday my father was in to do some work in our visitor center, we call it, where everybody comes in and pays their admission, and he went into the back where the washrooms are, and somehow, some way, a raccoon had got into the basement that's just below the washrooms, and came up through a vent and was locked in the bathroom and ripped stuff all over the place, ripped baseboard heaters off the wall, chewed up toilet paper, and ripped screens off the windows, and oh, it was just an awful mess. So I guess it's just that same old thing. If you don't have bad luck, you have no luck at all. So anyway, we're trucking along. Like I said, I'm just up here trying to finish off some of the syrup we have and see what the rest of the week brings, but it doesn't look good. So we've got this weekend coming that we're going to be open, and then Good Friday and the Saturday, and then that's pretty much it for the season. And then we reopen the 13th of May is the launch of our farmers market here at the farm. So have a couple weeks to get some things ready for that, and so on and so forth. But yeah, just kind of defeating. I wouldn't have imagined in my wildest dreams all the things that could go wrong, but it's all growing pains and learning curve and everything else. So anyway, that's about it for now. I'll stick the camera up here in a wee bit and record some of our syrup boiling and maybe bottling a bit or something, but we'll see how it goes. So take care for now, and thanks again for watching, and we'll talk soon.
You gonna run?
Mama.
Run, go. Run.
Oh, he's not giving.
Who's this?
That's Mommy.